Let's go. Pause share. Stop share. Here we go. We're back. We're live. Yo, don't hate on Rob Zombie, Rome. Do not hate on Rob Zombie. Don't worry, though. We got requests. If you want any music, tell us what you want to hear. We're always taking requests on Blunt Talk. I just played my Rob Zombie shit. Don't hate, Rome. Don't hate. We got something good coming for y'all soon. In fact, we got something good coming for you all this weekend. Greencastle, we're live again for round 2 of the 4-state fours. And this round, we got some heavy hitters, Rosser. 10 a.m. kicking off. We got a good one. It's going to be Primetime versus the Tri-State Spartans. We got to look at Primetime last year in the Clash of York. I did one of their games against Renegades. You did the game for the Titans against them. Ross, going back to what you saw, yeah, they were very electric in that game against the Titans. I watched that a couple of days ago, actually. Dude, that was an intense game. That was a true 9-man game. Really looking forward to seeing this squad. Season 2 for them. They're trying to make an impact on flag football in the 9-man game. We had their captain, Ryan Jones. He was in the Washington County Flag Football League this past season, playing on Misfits, actually. Looking forward to seeing what him and his guys have in store. Their opponent, the Tri-State Spartans. Don Brown, he has them back. This is about to be season 3 for the Spartans coming up since the revival. They just had their best season in franchise history last season. Green and orange. That U swag. Don Brown trying to bring the U swag for real. 100. You know how this is what Don does, man. Just Don, man.
I just hope he has big guys.
Yo, hey, Larry, don't be hating. Don't be hating, Lurry. Don't talk shit about Rob Zombie. Don't worry. Like I said, we take requests on here, man. We take all the requests. Anything you want to hear. But anyways, anywho, we got the Tri-State Spartans. Ross, you saw them in the semifinals of the Washington County League. You covered the game with Showtime. I got to tell you, the Spartans showed a whole other side to them that day.
That was a good game, too.
That was a damn good game.
Turned out way different than I expected.
Yeah. 33-26 was the final of that one. And then you got the next game on that one. The other teams involved, Killer Bees, runner-up and Keystone, lost to, to the TBT, all 3. As in the 3 KFL championships we won. Regular season, summer sizzler, winter chiller. Sorry, just want to get my jabs in. It's all good. But the Killer Bees, let me tell you, they had a really good squad last year. They lost Devin Redmond early on. They relied on Dirt Boy and Houston to lead the way. That offense was tough. Houston, he was doing really well in that championship game. Same for Lurry. The Killer Bees, man, they are a contender in the KFFL this upcoming season. I look forward to seeing what this Bees team can do. There's a lot of buzz around the Bees. Looking forward to it. Trying to direct off camera as well. So what else we're looking at? Venom as well. Yeah. So, it's not Venoms. There's a difference. Venom is the Robbie Sparks OMFFL team. They were formerly a while back the Baltimore Hawks, and then, the Hawks hooked up with the Chargers and the Raiders to become combined forces, and then they kind of kicked Scotty out and company, and boom, Thunderbirds. But you know what? Thunderbirds, not the strong enough name. Venom was the new one. Venom is the one. That's what they're going to be. They're not the Venoms. That's not Johnny Cocho's team. This is Robbie Sparks' Venom, the Maryland Venom, representing the Owings Mills Flag Football League.
I'm interested to see what that team brings.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they got too. Last year I was there at OMFFL when we covered their big victory over AFN. They got to the quarterfinals of the playoffs, lost to the Scorpions in the quarterfinals. One of the better teams to look forward to this upcoming year. Really excited to see what Venom can do. Those are the 2 matchups we got. It's Spartans in Primetime, and of course we got Killer Bees and Venom. You got 4 different leagues. You got 4 different leagues represented. OMFFL, Washington County, KFFL, Owings Mills. I'm really excited for this 14 tournament, man. This is going to be a really good time. Like I said, it's good to get everybody back out there again. And I feel like this is a big opportunity for all of us to get in some work. If anybody wants to chime in or talk about the tournament we're doing this weekend, I'll put the Zoom link real quick in the comments section. I'm trying to get some guests on, but having some technical issues. Sam's asking for an ID, but we don't have an ID. That's weird. All right. This is the link to it. Maybe that's it. We'll see if it comes up. There we go. Should allow you to join if anybody's trying to chime in. We are supposed to have a few guests on tonight. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. You know, we got a couple more rounds of the 4-state fours coming up. And that next round is looking really intriguing, Ross. We have Pure Chaos, Top Gun. Yeah. Remember Top Gun, Ross?
I do remember Top Gun very well. A lot of good battles with Top Gun. What else you got for that?
Franklin County Tigers.
Semi-pro team.
Yeah, the Tigers are making their 9-man debut next weekend, the 6th, in Greencastle for that matchup. That's going to be intriguing, man. Let me mute that real quick. But, yeah, that's next weekend. The Tigers, they're going to take on the Reckless Villains in Greencastle. There's the audio. In Greencastle, literally. I just love how Facebook Live functions. Like, if you put a video in full screen, it just takes it off mute. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. Joey agrees with me on that one. But yeah, man. Spartans versus Primetime. Let's get some predictions out of the way while we're waiting for everybody to get on. Like I said, this round this weekend, we got Primetime and Spartans. Who do you got in that game, Ross?
Got Primetime.
You got Primetime?
Yep.
Okay. Why do you think Primetime takes this one?
I think Primetime is going to be more than just Primetime per se, perhaps. Maybe a little bit more York up there that way. Bring a couple other people down for that, you know.
You think they got reinforcements coming?
It's weird. It's weird times right now, so there's really not much else going on. You never know who you could get. That's kind of why I'm intrigued with Venom too. See what Venom ends up bringing on this one, but for this one, I'm gonna go Primetime, but it's gonna be close. Spartans could do the same thing. You never know what Spartans gonna bring.
I hear this Spartans team.
Right. I don't think they're going to be the same Spartans per se as Spartans league ball team. It's like many tournaments going on.
Well, you know, you take a look at what everybody is bringing to the table.
Especially roster-wise.
I really feel like this is going to be a good tournament. And that matchup they got with Primetime kicking it off with the Spartans, I think that's a great way to begin the day. You know, 2 different teams that they didn't cross paths at all last year. Right. You know, with that one team in County and one team playing in York. But, you know, some of those York guys have been coming down towards County and playing 9-man. And we talk back to Turkey Bowl. I think the Spartans, or not the Spartans, Primetime's quarterback that they had at the York tournament, Darren, he was Tyler's quarterback in the Turkey Bowl. And I look back at those teams. I look back at how those players came out and performed, and those York guys, they've come to play. Like, those guys can ball.
All right. I'm telling you. I think it's going to be loaded.
Yeah, Primetime is, I feel like they will come loaded. But, the Spartans, I hear that there's a lot of new guys coming to that team. Like, I hear Don and company, they've been out there working. They've been out there recruiting. They've been looking to bring the best Spartans team to date to the Washington County Flag Football League, as well as, something else worth noting is that Don and company, they're going to be in Keystone too this upcoming season.
True.
Yeah, like you think about it, they are working towards becoming a circuit team. That seems to be, in my opinion, the next logical step for the Tri-State Spartans, is to try and get someone, and we finally got someone on. Robbie Sparks is the first one in. So we hadn't ordered this, but we've had some chaos in the chat. Like, Zoom is not letting anybody in. So let's kick this off with Robbie Sparks. First one in. Finally, we got somebody.
Perfect.
We were trying to get Ryan on first, but this works just as well. Robbie Sparks of Venom, welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going, brother?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. I can't complain, man. Just chilling.
So you got to tell us what was going on the Zoom end, man. The ID kept telling me it was correct, but like y'all kept telling me it wasn't.
It wasn't working, so I had to copy the link and then go on to Safari and do it through there, and then it took me to the app. I had the app downloaded already. So for those who are trying to get in, copy the link, go on Safari, paste it on Safari, and then it'll say, "Do you have the app?" Click that if you have the app, and it'll put you in a waiting room. So just copy the link and go into Safari.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know why it's not direct.
Thing or something,
it has to be like a phone thing, man. Like, I don't.
Most likely.
Yeah, because like we've been doing this for a month now, and like we never had issues. It's just been straight up calling everybody in. But yeah,
Right.
that's the thing. I'll put the link back in the chat on the phone real quick. But yeah, Robbie, let's talk about Venom. You all started out a while back. When I first met you, you were with the Baltimore Hawks, and then you combined forces with the Chargers, so to speak. And together you were the Thunderbirds. But toward the end of the season, you guys decided to go with Venom. Have you guys found the right identity? That's my first question. Is this the right one?
As far as the name, the name, the name, yeah, we're gonna ride with it for a while. That's us. We're Venom now. The Thunderbirds made sense just because of the two logos that we had.
I like Thunderbirds. I like that one.
Yeah, everybody was stuck on the old school drink, so it made us. It became a joke. So so we just found something that everybody agreed on, and we rode with that.
Okay. I like it. Quarterfinalist last year at OMFFL, you fell to the Scorpions in that game. Your memories of the brief playoff run. You had a really good game with FOE, I believe, too, just prior to that.
Yeah, man. We again, like it was our first season, like as a unit, all together. So we had a lot to learn about each other and just growing together. So anything new is going to be tough, So if you're starting something new, of course the goal is to win, but you got to take your lumps and your growing pains and get to as you go to the next level. So I mean, crossing the Scorpions early in the day. The Scorpions is the team you never want to see in the playoffs, just because, they're veterans. They're in the playoffs is a whole different beast. You might catch them one time slipping in the regular season, but to catch them slipping in the playoffs is far and in between. So, they came out and they, unfortunately wiped us, but we take it, we learn, and we grow from it. So.
Yeah, and it's a tough draw, man. Scorpions easily the best A team in the DMV overall. When you look at performance over the last year and a half, they have really taken a hold of the DMV. They are, I believe, they are the 3-time defending champions, or is it more at this point?
We've had 6.
I was being safe there. I was being conservative over 3.
Yeah, no, I think it's either 5 or 6. I have to look in the archives, but it's been consistent. They almost slipped up this year. That was a great game. You can never count them out. Last play of the game, throw the Hail Mary to take it to overtime. So, yeah, man, they won, I believe, 6. It's either 5 or 6.
5 or 6? Yeah. Wow. What a run. That's, we had a similar run years ago of a former champion in the old league we were in. They had 9 straight. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's the benchmark to see. OMFFL. If the Scorpions can go 7 straight this year, you got to start thinking, like, what is the legacy of the Baltimore Scorpions? Because you're talking about a league right now at OMFFL that I've been hearing a lot about these last few weeks. A lot of teams I'm hearing might be making moves to the OMFFL. A lot of people making moves to the OMFFL.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for what's to come. And, as far as our league, the thing I love about our league is that the competition is so good that it prepares you for the circuit. In my opinion, as far as the B goes right now, in my opinion, between our league and a few teams in MAFL, we've been pretty consistent in the B between, you got AFN, who had a nice run for the last 2 years. Rampage has always been right there at the top, teetering whether they're going to win it or they'll end up in the semifinals championship game. So they've been very consistent. Scorpions, we had the Bullets with us for a few years when they won the B title. So, our league has been so competitive that when we travel, if you can go back and look at pretty much every tournament there's a team from OMFFL either in the Elite 8 or Final 4 at Elite 8 at minimum, and Final 4 9 times out of 10. So we challenge each other every week, and if you you see our captain's chat, you see all the time we're talking about any given Sunday, because any Sunday you show up, you might win, you might lose. So if you look at the standings and the records, it's always close. It's a point or a touchdown. The blowouts are far and in between. And then, usually the Scorpions are at the top of the league as far as the record goes. But then once you get underneath of that, it's a nice blend. Anybody could be the 3 seed, the 2 seed. So that's what I love about our league. It's very competitive, and like teams come every week and they show up. You don't get those guys just like, all right, I'm not showing up today, but we'll be here for the playoffs. Every week it's a battle.
And that was something that when I was there last fall, I observed. It felt like I was at the circuit every week I was there. The intensity was like the circuit. The play was like the circuit. It is the closest thing that you get to circuit ball that's being played in the state of Maryland. MAFL was in Virginia last year, so it's not me hating on MAFL or anything, but that's just me saying, like, looking at the leagues I covered in the state of Maryland last year, no league comes close to being on that level of circuit ball than the Owings Mills Flag Football League.
Yeah, much appreciated, man. And last season we had the privilege of hosting a few MAFL teams, which made it even better because it gave us something different and unfamiliar opponents. And I think, I haven't had a chance to speak to anyone after the season as far as the representatives from MAFL, but they came up and a few guys said, like, we got more than what we expected. They came up, I guess they thought it would be one thing, and then it became more competitive than they anticipated. So I was appreciative of them being there in the comments that they made. And I mean, hopefully one day we could get the interleague thing rolling, or, something big to bridge the gap and balance out that competition, because it's just better for the state. And I mean, now you're talking, like you said, now you're talking about basically tournament play every week, and it forces teams to step their game up and to prepare for the circuit.
Absolute facts, man. And there's no better way to prepare for the circuit than, in my opinion, the OMFFL this upcoming season. And that being said, I think it's time we go ahead and make it official.
Yeah, man. I mean, we got a lot of big things coming. We have the Misfits. They announced they'll be up here this season, which is huge, with them planning to play in the A. We got Joey Blaze and Team Blunt Talk setting up to do our live stream and keep us open and running and letting everyone in the 9-man world see what's going on week in and week out, which will be, it'll be great. So we're planning, our league meeting. It'll be a Zoom meeting. So we'll post that once we secure the date. We're thinking like the second week of February. So once we get the flyer done this week, we'll post that, and then we'll set up the league meeting. But man, we're excited to have you guys come and take care of us every week on the live stream. You've been doing a hell of a job with just videoing and just being everywhere, man. I don't know how you do it. I mean, I would burn out quick, so I'll take my hat off to you.
I tell you, man, with each passing day I do this, I just want to keep doing it more.
Right.
And that is official. TBT, Joey Blaze, we will be live this Sunday in the spring from Owings Mills, Randallstown High School, right? Am I wrong? Kenwood. We're Kenwood. Randallstown was last year.
Right. Well, right now we're waiting to secure a location.
Waiting to secure. Gotcha.
Yeah, because with everything with COVID, you can't make you can't get permits right now. So
understand. Yeah.
Once we lock it in, you'll be the first to know, and then we'll post it out there. And so right now, the flyer, it'll say to be determined when it comes to location, but we're gonna lock something in sooner than later. We've talked to like 5 different athletic directors. So we'll be good soon. So once we secure it, we get our payment in, and they stamp that permit, it's all a go, man.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Yeah. This is set to be, in my opinion, the best league in the upcoming season.
Man,
that's a big part behind the decision that we've made, that we are going to be covering OMFFL. We have the exclusive rights to the game. They'll have us on that day as well. 4 to 8 games a day, 8 games. Yeah. 8 games. 8 games man. Minimum per day, per week, I should say. Yeah.
Man, it's going to be dope, man. Like I said, not many people are doing it. So, and everybody's always asking where the lives are. So now we have somebody that's capable of maintaining it and does a great job. And I mean, honestly, you're probably the best commentator out there as well. So it'll make it even that much more exciting. So, and I mean, I'm looking forward to Saturday as well. I mean, you said you'll be out there, and we're looking forward to the opportunity to play against some unfamiliar opponents and who we got, the Killer Bees, and whoever wins that or loses or whatever, however it falls. But we're looking forward to that as well.
Yep, it'll be a meeting of leadership, actually. The Killer Bees, run by Eric Hardy, commissioner of the Keystone Flag Football League.
Nice.
Meeting up with you, Robbie Sparks, and Venom. That's going to be a nice little battle, Bees and Venom. Have you had a chance to see any film on the Killer Bees?
No, I haven't. I would have to go back and look. I think you posted a couple of videos I watched. I think one was Primetime. I'm not sure if I don't think I saw Killer Bees yet, but
I recommend Killer Bees TBT. It was a beautiful game.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. But I mean, I'm just looking forward to the opportunity to just see something different, and like for us, it's just an opportunity to help us create our identity as far as Venom goes and get our scheme in place. It's been a long off season. We didn't travel at all this year because of everything with COVID. So, usually we do nationals, or we have the DC tournament, the Capital Classic with Kent or Rhode Island, and both of those options were shut down this year. So I mean, we're just going to be knocking the cobwebs off and doing what we can. And, you know, of course, we'll come out scrappy as always. So
we look forward to it. Killer Bees Venom, 11 a.m. here on Joey Blaze.
Yes, sir.
The other question I got, who do you got winning Primetime Spartans based on what you've seen so far?
I saw the video you posted, Primetime versus Titans, and I actually watched it when it was live, and then I just refreshed the other day. But I haven't seen enough of Tri-State to say which direction they'll go, and then I don't know with Primetime who their quarterback's going to be, because I saw on Saturday of that tournament they had Greg Murray as the quarterback, and then Sunday they had somebody else. So, I don't know what to expect from either team. Just going off of the little bit I know about them, I guess I would have to pick Primetime. But again, I don't know much about either team. So right now, blindly, I would say Primetime, just because they played against the Titans and it was a competitive game. And I know how tough the Titans are in our league. And every time we play them, it's flip a coin on who will win. So I'll go with Primetime in this one.
All right. So we got Primetime. Do we have a date for OMFFL? When do we kick off? When's our first day on the job?
So April 11th is the date that we're looking at right now, targeting, because that'll give teams time to do the tournament that Jamie's going to throw if all works out, and then it'll give them time to get a few weeks into practice. We never compete with Easter, so we always shut down for Easter, and that's August the 4th. So August 11th we'll be kicking off. We'll probably run until about June 20th, June 27th at the latest. And, of course, that depends on what the circuit schedule looks like. But, yeah, April 11th is our kickoff date, and, we'll be up and running from there.
And we're looking forward to it, Robbie. April 11th, TBT presents the Owings Mills Flag Football League, complete with an Owings Mills show starting this spring here on the live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate you, man, and I'll let somebody else get on and take up some time. But, man, keep up the good work, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Look forward to seeing you Saturday, Robbie.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Let's get these Zoom calls out of the way. Joining us now is a representative from Primetime. He was playing in our, former league now, for the Misfits last season. Mr. Ryan Jones, can we get him on? Says it's connecting to audio, can't hear us yet. See if we can get him going. Mr. Ryan Jones, here he is. I don't hear anything. We got him. Man, Ryan, I ain't hearing nothing. I don't think your microphone's on, man.
Hello?
Says it's connecting to audio and can't hear me yet. We got him now.
Yeah, I'm on mute now. You hear me now?
There we go. Ryan, welcome to the show.
Yes, how's it going there, sir?
Going well, sir. How are you?
I'm actually doing good. Doing pretty good.
I'm glad we figured out that whole Zoom issue.
Right. That password started to act real tricky on me for a chance.
Yeah. So Primetime, y'all made your debut in 9-man at the Clash of York 2. You were very competitive, to me at least, against Titans and Renegades, giving both teams a really good fight. 0-3 in the end. Ross, though, he had that Titans game, and even Robbie Sparks, OMFFL commissioner, he gave you guys a lot of credit for the fight you put against the Maryland Titans. Right. One of the more historical teams in the area. They've been around for a while. They won a couple tournaments. Like, always a tough draw, especially in your first 9-man weekend. What were your impressions from Clash of York 2 going into this one?
Well, obviously that team was kind of last minute put together, just trying to scrape up what I can get because, all the expectation for us being representing York was going through Gusto Land and Bias Auto. They've been representing our area for 9-man these past year or two, or I should say 717 Elite was also in it as well, too, for once. They're making the comeback this year as well. So obviously, felt like it was my time to try to see what I can do as far as on the 9-man world. A lot of teams didn't really expect us to be in a lot of those games, both Renegades and Titans, because, Renegades wound up winning the Clash of York this past year. Obviously, you know, they played sound football throughout the whole tournament. Defense was strong, had a lot of stops. Offense moved the ball, run the clock. Clock was on their side. And the fact that we was really in that game too, it just shows me what my guys can do whenever they put to the challenge. And, you know, hopefully that's something I can continue this year and whatever we enter in, whether if it's Shippensburg or something else, Washington County, wherever the case may be. I know once I call up my guys, tell them it's time to play football, they'll be ready to go.
Wherever you guys want to go. Like I told you, man, the other day, you got plenty of good options. It depends on what level you want to play at the start. You know, Keystone and County, they're a lower B leagues for the most part. OMFFL, you know, I might be a little biased now, but like that's where the competition is. You'll see the Titans, you'll see the Renegades, you'll see Rampage, you'll even see your old friends, the Misfits, out there.
Yes. Obviously, you know, I'm actually still a member of Misfits whenever I can play. Obviously, if it comes to the time where us or Augusta Land's not going to be in it, obviously Regan gives me a call. Regan, Lurry, or Sosa after that rate give me a call. They know I'm right there front and center. So never really left the family. You know, they always going to be considered family to me, as well as my guys with Primetime and Augusta Land. And, you know, honestly, I can say that I probably learned a lot of my non-man experience from them whenever I had some time away from Augusta Land. So, you know, I always will forever be thankful of Regan for giving me the opportunity to play with them. Because obviously, Quan, he was the one that introduced me to him. And then it just took off from there. And then, you know, Regan and Black, they just took me under their wing and just really showed me the ropes of nine-man. Because, you know, I come from an 8-man atmosphere. So, you know, the fact that we're finally getting guys to transfer from 8-man to learn 9-man is just something I can hope that we can continue to build in this area. So the more exposure we get to 9-man in this area, it'll just keep making the Clash of York even better for Donald at the end of the day.
Yeah, and, you know, I tell you, you guys are putting in the work, 8-man, 9-man. Tell me about the transition going from playing that YAFFL 8-man style to the conventional 9-man circuit style you saw at Clash of York.
I don't think the transition was too much per se because, you know, our 8-man was kind of a little bit like a 9-man style except for our alignment can leak, but it was just like our alignment compared to all the other 8-man that has played around the country is just like, you know, our alignment can go as far as like arm length across from each other. So, you know, we have a lot more size in our alignment in 8-man compared to some of the other 8-mans around our region because, you know, their 8-mans will use a lot more tight end athletes kind of linemen in their 8-man. So I think it's just the difference is the line guy know that they have to just stay there and just block. So, you know, they can't release or whatever. So, and, you know, a lot of our linemen that have played linemen learned that real fast. So I don't think the transition was really too much. It's definitely different. We know that 9-man is the closest thing to actual, like, padded football. I say I'm not going to say real football because football is football at the end of the day. But as far as to, like, padded football, 9-man is definitely the closest thing to it, adding with the stiff arm, live punch. You know, we get kickoffs at the beginning of each half, field goal kicking. So, you know, obviously, you know, Baez and Gusland, they was first ones in it. It didn't take them long to get adapted to that environment, as well as 717 Lee as well. And now with me as Primetime being the 4th team out of York being represented. So we learned pretty quick. And, you know, we was actually in a lot of games quicker than what a lot of people expect us. So, you know, only thing we can do there is just keep watching film, just keep studying every team that's on the circuit, knowing their what they do right and what's their flaws, and just try to go from there. Hopefully we can eventually bring a world's or national title back to this area at some point in time.
I would love to see that, man. I would really love to see that. Your thoughts on your opponent on Saturday, the Tri-State Spartans. You got a glimpse of him, I think. Did you get a chance to play that game against them back in County when you were with Misfits?
I don't think I was there because due to the fact that I was reffing that day. But, you know, I was watching the game live, and that still kind of be a little bit of a get back for me just because, you know, they did kind of took it to us. I mean, even though I don't use this as an excuse, we was a little understaffed, obviously, with Sosa being down as well as Bob messing his finger up. We didn't really have either one of our quarterbacks really there that game per se, but you know, at the end of the day, they still won fair and square. You know, I can't take that victory away from them. At the end of the day, they did what they were supposed to do, and you know, they took it to us. So you know, I know they come ready to play. They do play sound football. I know that's something our defense going to have to roll. Like we can't take them lightly because their offense, they have a lot of creative plays on offense. So you know, our defense just have to come ready. Our main goal is really get at the quarterback and try to get him to throw off throws as much as possible so we can get out of there with the W.
I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be a really good game between Primetime and the Spartans. Your thoughts on the other game, Killer Bees and Venom?
Well, I know of the Venom. Obviously, the team Robbie put together because he actually has my cousin on the team, Isaiah. That's actually my first cousin. So, you know, they was kind of already telling me that they were doing this. You know, I think I watched them a little bit. I know they got some guys from that used to play for the Maryland Titans. So I know they're going to come ready to play. But, you know, the Killer Bees, they actually really ball because they had Lurry at quarterback, I believe, last session in Keystone. Yep. I mean, I don't know if Lurry's going to be showing up Saturday to play quarterback or they got another guy playing quarterback. But either or, whoever they quarterback still have a pretty good team. So judging on what I'm watching, just because Venom is still kind of new, even though they know 9-man, I think when it comes to chemistry, I feel like Killer Bees have that more than Venom. So, you know, no disrespect to Robbie, I appreciate all the love he gave me, but I think that one, if I had to pick, I'd probably go Killer Bees just due to the fact that I feel like they have a little more team chemistry than the Venom do right now. But, you know, who knows? They might prove me wrong. They might just get out there and take it right to them. So, you know, we never know.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really competitive game. I like these two matchups. These are two very different matchups. You know, we got 4 teams, 4 different leagues being represented in this small tournament. That matchup with Killer Bees and Venom, you're going to see Baltimore and Shippensburg meet. And then when it comes to the matchup with Primetime and Spartans, it's Hagerstown versus York. These are really good games, man. And I feel like this is going to be an awesome tournament. But let's talk about the one you're coming up with, Ryan, on February 27th. Another live event we'll have for you. Dover, Pennsylvania, the PA Maryland Showdown. What do you got for this one, Ryan?
Yes. Obviously, you know, my guys from Gusland, we weren't able to go to Florida this past tournament for Worlds, obviously due to the fact that a lot of guys were busy. Some guys actually had kids, health, injury situations as well too. So obviously, you know, it was just something I want to set up for teams to obviously get ready for the St. Patty's weekend tournament that's obviously taken in March. You know, obviously with me knowing reading that I know him well, and obviously I know Scott real well pretty as well too. You know, because obviously he asked me to play with BC Elite at one point in time, but that was a Bowie tournament last year, but I wasn't able to make it I had to work overtime. I know Scott, you ever hit him up, he always down to play as well too. And obviously Bias, with them being in our neighborhood, they're right there. So, you know, I guess B Real's the captain now, so he handles all the team situation stuff. Hit him up. He was pretty much down. Then, you know, I had Rampage and Venom hit me up too, trying to work that out because I actually had booked 2 fields for that day just in case if it came to it between Tri-Town, where I originally had it play at, and then the community center that's actually like right around the corner. So it's all like right close to each other. Still working out some details on that. But obviously, you know, I feel like this is going to be a really good turnout. Just obviously for teams to come up from Maryland and get the North area, keep getting the North area more and more and more to help Donald out to, you know, build up his 9-man tournament as well. He's also looking to build up a league as well too up here. And, you know, we finally got like 4 solid PA 9-man teams. So we can at least get like 4 Maryland teams or from elsewhere to build like an 8-team league at some point in time. You know, that could really help our area as well too. So when it comes to the Clash of York next year, we'll even have enough teams to probably even split divisions finally.
I think that's going to be great, and I really hope to see it go down. Glad to see 9-man continue to grow in the York area. It's been a nice journey. Baez, Gusto Land, and now Primetime, all making an impact.
Yes. You know, obviously. Oh, yeah, we're not the only ones. Obviously, D. Wills got 717 Elite on board too. They're actually going to be playing in the St. Patty's tournament. They locked in. That's another team to be on the lookout for. Got a lot of talent on the team, like a lot. I obviously don't know their quarterback play. I think Greg is going to be their starting quarterback. I don't know. I could be wrong, but regardless who they ever have at the helm, whoever they have at the helm, obviously that it don't matter. They got a lot of talent to work around. I'd just like to see what they do.
My question is, what do you think, Lurry, of all these new teams popping up in 9-man right now?
Man, look, you know me. I don't give a fuck about no team but the Misfits for real and the Bees. You know, I'm saying no disrespect to nobody, but I'm just worried about my own shit. I'm glad a lot of teams are stepping up to A. You know, because a lot of A niggas, they be thinking like, it's a requirement or you got to go to college and all that other shit. You know, the shit the same, except for the line play.
So, Lurry, you know that very well. In fact, it was a while back. You remember 2018, Mayhem, your first experience in the A. You were playing in that time period. You had a few guys on there from Mayhem still. But what was your experience like in 2018, and how has it prepared you for this upcoming one?
The speed of the game, I think in A they simplify a lot of shit. Quarterbacks are a lot smarter. They take what the defense give them. We learned the pitch game from the A. That's pretty much it, though. Like the speed of the game, the line rush and shit like that. But everybody on the outside, as far as the receivers and corners and shit, everybody, can cover, can pull flags, can run, catch, jump. But I just think it's just a lot more simple, like in the A. It's faster, but quarterbacks just take what they want. I mean, quarterbacks take what the defense give them instead of, forcing shit and doing a whole bunch of stupid shit.
Yeah, that is something we noticed. The quarterback play on the A level is insane.
Yeah.
Like,
it definitely is.
You talk Mike D, you talk Costa, you talk Matt Bailey, you talk Birdman, you talk about even like Boone now is getting mentioned up there with the other A quarterbacks. He's starting to get some recognition. Sizzle as well from Punishers. Now I think Rob Lane is actually going back to A in the upcoming tournament as well. I think that was confirmed earlier. That A bracket is looking stacked for St. Patty's Day. Larry, let me ask you, ideally, what two teams do you want to see that first weekend in the A for Misfits?
Honestly, I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't like, in the B, over the years, I've been playing B for a while. I never played A at Nationals. So, like, there's a couple rivalries and couple teams that have had my number, like I got to beat, like, throughout my career, I got to beat the Nomads. I've always lost to them or it's been some bullshit, and I was AFM when we got to that big brawl. But I got my ass spanked in the national championship game 38-0, and I'll never forget that shit. So that's a team that, like if I was in B, that's who I want to play. Or, but as far as the A teams, I don't really give a shit. I'm ready to just ball for real. Like, look, we started this shit. I've been a misfit. I don't got to deal with no hoe shit no more. I'm just ready to rock with my guys, my team, my owner, my comrade, my brothers, and we go to war and we do our own shit. So at the end of the day, we might got to take our lumps, we might lose or whatever, but it's all growing pains, it's experience, but we're building from here.
And, we look at what Misfits has become. A while back, Regan and you had Mayhem, and from there you all went back to AFN for a little bit. During that AFN run, though, Misfits was first founded, and you all went out. You won KFFL in 2019, winning in Washington County and dethroned Chris Boone from the top of the league. And now in 2021, you guys have played 5-man contact now. You played 5-man non-contact. You're looking at 9-man. We talked about franchises in flag football last week. We talked about how Main Event has the best flag football franchise. Are the Misfits looking to go in the same steps? Are you all looking to conquer the game of flag football, whether it be 5s, 7s, 8s, 9s, or even 4s?
I wouldn't say the same steps. Like, I guess you could say them guys kind of paved the way. But, like, yeah, we want to do 4-man, contact, non-contact, 5. We want to do 7. Fuck 8-man. They phony as shit. They flags phony. We don't fuck with 8-man. But 9-man, 7-man, 5-man, 4-man, shit. Even co-ed. We can add some bitches, too. You know, we need some Harley Quinns on the roster. So
I think you all should try Kate out.
Kate? Oh, nah.
I think Kate would tear it up out there, man. For real.
Hey, sis is not catching no fucking footballs, nigga. Just let her take pictures. But nah, we want to do everything with our guys our way. At the end of the day, you know, we only getting older in this shit. So, you know, instead of keep working and being fucking an independent contract and going over here and playing over here and this and that, we just go into business for our fucking self and just do our own shit. And all of our guys can play all fucking styles. We know what we getting into. It's the same group of niggas, and we just build from there.
I like it, man. I really like it. I think you guys are building something great over there with the Misfits. You know, I've watched it all grow. You know, earlier tonight we were showing those old episodes of Washington County Flag Football Live. We highlighted the AFN Warriors game. That was almost 4 years ago now, Lurry. Looking back at that 2017 fall season, how much has changed in your eyes from where you were that fall of 17 to where you are now as a player?
My drinking increased, got a little fat, slow. My dollars for the game grew, though. I'm kind of, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm saying, I'm a receiver. It's not that I want the ball. I just look at shit like, back then, yeah, I wanted the fucking ball Larry play. Sosa, throw me the fucking ball. Let me dunk on this nigga. Now it's about matchups. I'm all about winning now. I don't give a fuck about individual stats. Like, I got an All-American award, you know what I mean? It's a couple years back, but a lot of niggas will never touch one of them. You know what I mean? A lot of people who haven't been to national championship games or national semifinals, haven't won tournaments on the circuit. So my resume good. Now, I want to see everybody fucking eat on my team. You know what I mean? It's 5 DBs, man. One of my fucking receivers going to fuck one of y'all up. You know what I mean? And if that's the matchup, man, keep fucking them up till he get off the field. And you know me, I'm going to be disrespectful and talk shit right along with you. I don't need no catches. Let's just get the W. That's just where I'm at now in my flag career.
Your impressions on, I know we talked Misfits a lot. Let's keep talking Misfits a little bit before we talk about your game this week. You all be entering OMFFL this upcoming season. That was confirmed earlier. You'll be part of it, man. Blunt Talk, Misfits. We're all over the OMFFL this upcoming spring. What are your thoughts on this upcoming season in the OMFFL?
I just got some unfinished business in the OMFFL. That's all I'm going to say. I got some unfinished business. I got a couple fucking heads I want to bust and crack over. So I'm coming for niggas next. That's pretty much it.
You got Venom on Saturday, 11 a.m. kickoff. Your impressions on a very familiar foe from the OMFFL. How would you prepare your fellow Bees players for this different challenge?
I just told them, speed gonna be faster. Just bring your fucking lunch pail. Like, do your job. It's gonna be a good game. Like, it's gonna be a good test. Bees, I've been with them, won a couple championships. You know what I mean? I'm loyal to them regardless of whatever anybody say. But, I want to see them guys win. I'm a part of them. You know what I mean? When you think about the Bees, shit, my name in there. So pretty much it's just, like you're not playing Green Machine or the fucking Browns. You're playing a quality opponent. You're playing somebody that travels. You're playing people that got impressive resumes, accolades. They're veterans of the game. And they're not coming to play with you. So just bring your fucking lunch pail. Don't nobody want to be embarrassed, so just do your job. Pretty much. I'm saying it's going to be good, though. I like it. It's going to be a good test for us.
I like it, too. I'm really excited for that matchup. Your impressions of the other game, Primetime versus the Spartans.
Primetime, they're up and coming in the 9-man scene. You know what I mean? I watched a little bit of them at the York tournament, but they still kind of got that 8-man phony ass swag to them. I fucking hate 8-man and their 8-man team. That dumbass flags and shit. Nah, so
dumb 8-man does play with actual good flags though.
Oh, you said that 8-man do?
Yeah, why AFFL uses poppers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay, well, the rest of fucking 8-man need to adapt that PA shit then, because them fucking Thanksgiving Day family flags that the motherfuckers wear, them triple threat joints, they need to
those
get rid of them
gym
shit.
class flags.
Yeah, they need to get rid of them shit. Them the fucking South High flags. They need to get rid of them.
Someone said to me, he's like, what? They asked me at Nationals, why do you cover 9-man but not 8-man?
Tell them because that shit fluke. Some of that shit fake.
Virginia did poppers too. VFFA does poppers as well. If you ever wanted to try their state tournament, Lurry.
Nah, I don't like 8-man. I don't. Just it's not something I don't fuck with it. I just don't like it.
I understand. I'm not a fan of even numbers either. I like my flag. I like my football with odd numbers.
But Primetime and Spartans, I'm going with the Spartans, man. Look, Don Brown, he over there building something. Their leader Marquise. Some of those guys, they played on the Reckless Villains that I had a chance to play, in the playoffs. But they're building something over there. They actually did good last year. They know more than 9-man game, so I expect a lot more from them. I don't really know too much about Primetime besides what I've seen, but I know that they're up and coming team. I'm not discrediting them, but I'm gonna just go with the vets. So I'm gonna go with Spartans over Primetime.
All right.
And then
you got Spartans over Primetime and Bees, of course. We know you got them. I think a B Spartans 9-man game with 12 teams at full strength where they are now could be really good. I'd like to see how that Spartans defense could handle Lurry in the backfield. So is it you on Saturday? Are you QB again? We know Devin Redmond's out for a while. But, he saw you. He saw Houston. That combo was pretty deadly toward the end of last year.
Hey man, niggas just gonna have to tune in and see, man. I might be there. I actually broke my leg and shit. So.
Oh man, I ain't gonna see you till like Nationals 2023.
Yeah, I broke my leg, man. I ain't showing up, man. you know. So yeah, y'all. But I'll see y'all there on Saturday. I'll be out there in my crutches and shit.
I like to see him out there with the crutches
my
throwing the
drink.
ball. I think he can pull it off.
Hell nah. I gotta be able to run. But yeah, man, hey, subscribe to my OnlyFans, man. Y'all know what time it is, nigga. I'm on there blowing shit out, nigga.
All right, Lurry. Anything else you want to add tonight?
Nah, we coming to the OMFFL. We on the scene, nigga. Misfits, man. You want to piss the niggas off around you, man? Become a misfit.
We look forward to it. Misfits in the OMFFL joining us. It's going to be a hell of a season.
Yeah. Y'all be safe, man.
You too, Lurry.
All right. All right.
Grandma Hunter.
All right. Says I have someone by the name of Zoom user trying to connect. I'm guessing that's Elijah, but I don't know because I can't tell. That's my guess because he was my fourth guest. I still can't tell. It's like a really small screen. State your name and who I got on. Hold on. He's still muted. His microphone's still muted. I can't tell because it's like a dark room and a very small face. Who do I got on? Start your audio. Hold on. You're muted. It's okay. It happens. We have like at least 5 technical.
Good?
You good? Hey.
Hey.
How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
Not much, dude. I'm just ready for the game this weekend. What about you?
We're ready. Spartans is ready, man. We're on a humble tour. We're on the humble tour this year.
Yeah, you guys have really shown a lot of progress that I saw from where you were a year ago. I think you were out there for that one, the program scrimmage to start out that winter session we had before COVID hit. Spartans didn't have quite the best performance, but by season's end, they got the program off their back. They got to the semis. They nearly took down Showtime. Memories of last season.
Man, it was a buy-in method. Like once everybody bought in and we understood what the goal was, and it was like we all had the same agenda, it clicked in. We started balling. Towards the second half of the season, we picked everything up.
Yeah, you guys showed a lot of improvement, starting out 0-2, and then down the stretch, the record was 5-3 overall. Like, you guys turned it around. What was the biggest key to that turnaround from where the team was in week 2?
Like I said, everybody just clicked in and we understood. Like, we've been practicing and we just realized, like, we were out there for too long. Like, we was out there since before COVID had hit for real. Like, it was dedication. So everybody just understood what the goal was.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest things. Like, you guys worked every weekend. Like, there was no stopping to it. Like, people thought it was crazy that we were doing a scrimmage last February in the freezing cold. And now here we are. We're having exhibition games in January now.
It's good.
What has happened in the last year?
Good for everybody. Iron sharpens iron. Like, everybody's moving and creating power moves and trying to make dynasties and stuff. It's cool, man. It's good for the league. It's good for the area.
I think it's yeah. Like the growth of flag football in this region has been insane over the last several years. Going back to when I first got here many years ago, I was watching an old circuit game that I played in. We played Ride Out in BC. I was on Red Knights. Some familiar faces still in the circuit today, but so many faces back then helped build this league, helped build the Washington County League, and helped build this game to where it is today. And right now, I got to tell you, I think 9-man is on an all-time high.
I mean, me personally, I'm new to the 9-man scene. I think my first year was like 2019. And I started off like going on the circuit with like ADR and stuff. So I came to the Washington County League. And from what I saw from then to now, I mean, it's crazy. Like I said, teams are folding, teams are becoming new teams and merging and just understanding what it takes to win. And it's just good for the league.
Yeah, I feel like right now the competition has only gotten better in 9-man. You know, a lot of teams are developing, a lot of teams are growing. A lot of teams are getting beyond the label of just being a 9-man team. We got franchises growing right now. You know, we saw what the Spartans could do not only in 9-man last year, but runner-up in the 5-man NEN tournament against Killer Bees. Overall, what a year for the Spartans they had. And going into this game Saturday with Primetime, what are your thoughts?
I don't really know too much about Primetime. I watched a little bit of film on them, you know, just getting the guys. Everybody's watching film on them. So from what we see, like they're not a team to sleep on. Like just because they don't play 9-man doesn't mean that, you know, like that we can just sleep on them and just think, hey, we play 9-man. They're gonna come out there and they're gonna try to run the game. So
yeah, and I feel like it's gonna be a really good matchup when you two face off. Your impressions of the other game, Venom and the Killer Bees.
Killer Bees, man, they got Lurry over there, so they be all right. I don't know too much about Venom. That's something different to me, but I'll probably say I gotta go with the Killer Bees. I want to see them anyways.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out when that game happens, as well as the Spartans primetime game. We got some good games.
Definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, and you look at the crossover. You got OMFFL, KFFL, YAFFL, WCFFL, 4 leagues represented in this tournament.
Which makes it even better because, you know, you don't really know what you're going up against. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same faces that you can go up against.
It's going to be different. Like you guys at the Spartans, you're going to see a lot of York guys. The York guys, they're going to see guys from West Virginia. The Killer Bee guys from Shippensburg. They're going to see guys from Baltimore and vice versa. This is a huge gathering of 4 different regions together.
That's going to be great, man. That's going to be great.
I'm looking forward to it, dude. This is going to be awesome. That game will be kicking off 10 a.m. That's our first one. Primetime Spartans. You got any other impressions tonight?
See you guys Saturday. Go Spartans.
All right. Thank you for coming on, and we'll see you Saturday. All right. So anybody want to call in, there's a link to hit. I think we got through all our guests, so you know what time it is, though, Ross?
What time is it?
We get back to predictions because we didn't finish predictions. So here we go. Round 2 of the 4 state 4s. You got to come close. They're not going to pick you up from over there. I've already tested it out. Round 2 of the 4 state 4s. First game kicking off 10 a.m. You're busy, so I guess I'll have it. All right, Joey Blaze on the call. Oh, man, y'all get your number. Y'all get the worst live streamer in the game. Y'all should have hired Jerome. But, like, we got it kicking off 10 a.m. Primetime Spartans. Ross, there you got.
Already will primetime.
Primetime. All right. You know what? You got primetime. I'm going with the hometown Tri-State Spartans. Donnie Brown and company. They got a team coming in there. They're going to be physical in the trenches. I hear they got a couple of birds flying with them now. You know, they'd be throwing a lot of ducks out there. Looking forward to seeing what this new look Spartans team is. There's a bit of a West Virginia swag going on in Tri-State. I like it. I like it. Second game, Killer Bees and Venom. Who you got? Venom. You know what? I'm going to go with the Bees. I think Lurry gets the guys out there and motivated. You know, they got the weapons. They got BJ. They got Houston. They got Vontae. Like, that's going to be a pretty good unit. We'll see what Venom has, though. You know, those guys are resilient. They're tough. They're circuit experienced. Robbie's going to have them ready. We might see Christopher Wright back out there again. I think he might be starting. We'll see. He was there last time I watched. I think it's gonna be a damn good game.
Yeah, I think both of them are gonna be good games.
What do you? So we got opposite championships here.
Yeah.
All right, your championship. You got Venom versus Primetime. Who you got in that one?
Venom.
You got Venom?
Yeah.
All right. I've got my championship. I got Killer Bees versus Spartans. And I'm going with the Bees.
Ooh.
I think the Bees have a lot of buzz now that TBT has, graduated from KFFL and we're moving on to bigger things. Just wait. It's coming.
Man, yours, I would have Spartans.
Spartans?
Yeah.
So you got Spartans in the consolation game of your bracket?
Sure.
All right. In my consolation game, who'd you have? You had Venom winning it all.
Yep.
I have Primetime. So we go exact opposite all the way across the board.
Right.
He's Ross Collins. I'm Joey Blaze.
Good
We'll see you Saturday, 10 a.m., round 2 of the 4-state fours. Don't forget, round 3, next week after that, we got 2 more. Top Gun, Pure Chaos, Reckless Villains, and the Franklin County Tigers. It's the off season.
Semi-pro going flag.
It's Pure Chaos.